Hey guys, how's it going? I just wanted to talk today a little bit about my Hicapa project because yeah, I know I don't talk about it too often because frankly it doesn't get worked on that often and pistols are not really my thing. But I do have one and I do like modifying it, so there's a couple things that are sort of an update to how it's been going. It's still not done yet, there's still some things that I want to switch, which I'll explain in a second, but what I have done to it so far is I've added the rail. Now the kind of ingenious thing with the Tokumuri Hikapas is that um, it doesn't come with a rail attached to the actual pistol itself. The frame is just one piece, or sorry, I should say the middle frame is just one piece. You actually, to attach it, they include this little rail section right here, and then you have to screw it in. As you get the gun stock, there are two, where these two screws are, there's two little like nubs right there, and they're just cast into the frame. Those nubs, since this is made out of a relatively soft pot metal, you can just take a pin punch and just smack those two nubs out, and then you get these nice little holes, which is really neat considering that they were able to engineer that in without, requiring you to use a drill or any sort of special tools or anything like that. So I knocked those two out because I eventually want to put I want to put a light on this, probably a Streamlight TLR1, but we'll see where that goes. Otherwise, the second improvement that I've made to the gun is that I'm not sure if I had the undercut in the last video, but I have made not only a primary undercut, but a secondary undercut right here. And what this allows me to do, and you might have seen this, for example, on some of the salient arm style Glocks and other modified polymer frame pistols, is that there are these little cutouts down here. And what that does is that not only does it allow because the way I grip a pistol is I have my thumb over the safety and my other hand resting underneath the grip right here with my other thumb facing forward to control the gun like so. So I have full coverage from side to side. What the undercut allows me to do is that instead of being positioned a little bit lower on the grip, I'm able to ride my hand a little bit higher, and it helps me where I place my hand on the thumb safety. It's not as stretched for my thumb to reach that safety and rest on top of it. In addition, when I was only gonna leave it at this first undercut right here, but after a while I was noticing that when I was holding my gun right here, the muzzle was actually the point of aim on the muzzle was actually a little bit higher than I wanted it to be. It was riding a little high, so I was like, oh, that must be what this second undercut that they make is for. Not only does this allow my hand to sort of lock in and find a natural place for it to punch out with, but that second undercut, since it's not as much material, it naturally brings the muzzle a little bit lower as it sits in my hand. So when I punch out with it, the sights are where they would naturally be, making my targeting a little bit faster. I think I've already talked about the beaver tail safety. This is just I believe a creation red safety on the back, which is honestly this part is really expensive and it's sort of pointless. The stock one would have worked just fine, but I really wanted this back beaver tail safety because it's red and it's looking pimp. My future plans for this gun are obviously a light. I need to replace the hop-up bucking and inner barrel. Plan to go PDI for the barrel. I was using the 9-ball hop-up packing, but I'm getting just sort of average results with this. I might go with a modify or something like that just to try because I've heard good results with them. I'm planning on trying to get a low-profile extended magwell, one of the red ones, and then beveling out the inside edges of the magwell to make mag insertions a little bit smoother with that extended magwell. I am going to get a red trigger. I think AKA makes some red triggers that I'll eventually pick up. Not too expensive, only about $10, $11. The hammer I'll probably leave stock. I'm debating whether or not I should go with a hammer protection pad on the back of it, because I already have the red mag catch, the red back strap right there. It'll be a red magwell and then red trigger. I don't know how many other things I can replace with the red on this. If I could replace the slide catch in red, I would, but I'm not sure if they make that. So otherwise, I'm liking how this project's turning out. It feels really good in my hands. The only thing I'm debating whether I really want to or not, but I might make a 4.3 slide for this, just because something I've noticed, if you guys are in the market for a Hicapa pistol, there's two options, either the 5.1, if you're buying from TM at least, there's either the 5.1 length or the 4.3, which is about this long. Between the two, as far as which one's more combat ready, I'd honestly say the 4.3 out of the box, because you do get a longer sight radius with the 5.1, but with the 4.3, it's a lot faster to push the target up. You don't have as much wobble in the length of the barrel right here, and I don't know, it just feels more balanced. Plus the rail is molded into the frame, so it's got a cleaner look to it. I just went with this because I got a good price on the 5.1 base gun as a boneyard gun when I originally bought this pistol. The 4.3s also last a little bit longer, or stock on green gas. They the weight of the rear sight is smaller. It's not as big of a rear sight, so it doesn't have a tendency to rip out like mine did. But otherwise, yeah, just let me know if you guys have any other questions. If you guys want to see more pistol builds from me, I'm by no means an expert, but I know enough to get myself in trouble. So I will talk to you guys later.